Okay, so what we're going to work on this time are a couple more techniques just to help you when you're cutting hair and working through haircuts. So we've used scissor over comb, clipper over comb on this side, and I'm going to keep going and keep talking you through that. The technique I'm going to show you now is called tapered mesh. We use our tapering scissors. Okay, take a nice clean section just like you would when you were cutting hair, and this is personalisation. You go to the mid-lengths of the hair, do it that way so you can see it, so into the mid-lengths of the hair, and it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay, moving up through the hair, 1, 2, 3, okay, and this creates texturisation. So when you cut your club line in and you cut your haircut, you'll then have a very, very straight and heavy line. 1, 2, 3, and you can actually see once you start doing it that it will actually break down. You can actually see the shape of that haircut that I've done changing where I've got that blend line there, just to show you. Okay, so up, 1, 2, 3, okay. Always when you use tapering scissors, always go in above your comb, don't go behind your comb with your scissors, always above, and you'll blend that line into where we're working. Okay, so that's your tapered mesh, that takes out your bulk. The other one you can do using either your razor blade or your normal scissors is to take a reasonable sized chunk of hair, so a nice big, the bigger your section the less you're actually going to do. You're going to twist the hair, okay, and on an angle, not shutting the scissor, totally work up and through it, and you're texturising. This is used a lot if you're doing sort of really soft finishes, or you want to get some layers into the hair. The bigger the chunk that you take, the better. The smaller you take, the more hair you're going to take off. Okay, so it's lots of different things. The other thing that you can do, you can point cut. You've all seen other people doing this when we've been out, so I'll just put a line in it just to show you what actually happens. So there's your club line, that's your straight club line that you just cut in. You're going to lift it up, okay, and then you're going to take and you're going to come above it, and you're going to cut down and cut through it and point cut it like that. If you point cut, or like I'm point cutting now, all you're doing is you're texturising. If you point cut and you put it in an angle, I think I've shown you this, you're actually removing and creating a jagged line, so that's removing length. Okay, so scissor over comb, clipper over comb, razor over comb, tapered mesh, pointing, texturising, they're all things that we're going to look at. So what we're going to look at now, if you look at that haircut now, you can see I've gone quite short just using clippers and tools. What I want to talk to you about really briefly is, before I start on to the next one, is your stationary lines. So you've got a stationary line now. When you're working on it, obviously it's really hard with a training head, because with a training head he doesn't really have a solid line. So your solid line is a 0 degree that you can do with either a detailer or a clipper, scissor or a clipper. If you're working with your clippers, you can come up, just balance it and just clean it up around the ear. Obviously if you've got a training head with facial hair on it, all the things that I've just done here, you can actually do here. When you're blending facial hair into a haircut, which obviously Bob's got an awful lot of facial hair, I'm just using my details again on an angle. If you get to the front of a haircut and they've got hair growth patterns, push the hair forwards and then bring your detailer or your clipper or your scissor up, and you see what happens straight away. You've actually given that haircut a really nice clean finish. Okay, so obviously just like you would with your hair cutting, you can go in and freehand, and you'll actually see now that that haircut, that whole shape has changed. So we've now got a really, really nice shape. We're going in for a really short haircut. This is where we're going to next, but on the next video what I'm going to show you is how we're going to start using clippers and clipper guides. So just to recap, we've covered quite a lot of stuff in these last two videos. We've covered scissor over comb, which is an art that you guys are going to really, really have to work hard on to get. So just to recap, remember your scissors closed, under and it's a constant movement, keep it moving. Okay, using different combs gives you different finishes. So obviously I'm using a normal cutting comb. If you look at the back of your cutting combs, they're different widths. Okay, so this one's going to give you a longer haircut. If you go with your MC, if you go down really tight and put it right down next to the scalp, you're going to get the equivalent of about a 0.5. Okay, if you want to become, to me, the art of this is anybody can pick a pair of clippers up, anybody, and anybody can learn to use them. But to learn to use a pair of scissors and to give you a haircut with that kind of precision with scissors and comb, I think personally it's going to stand you way above everybody else. Okay, so I've just turned it round, thick end. If I want to go down tight, I can go in really tight, really clean and tight. Okay, when you're blending into a beard, always make sure that you don't put any lines into anything, because once you put a line in a beard, you're not going to get it out. Okay, so if your client does have some kind of facial hair, whether it's a little bit of stubble or a decent sized beard, you must be really careful, because gentlemen who do have decent beards don't want us spoiling them. So there we go, you can actually see what length we were at, you can see what we've created just by using different tools and equipment. So that's what you're going to be working towards. Okay,